Welcome to Solving Citizen Legal Encounters. All right, today we're back in Judge Johnson's court where I already covered this guy. He was throwing a little bit of the sovereign citizen script up. He definitely doesn't want representation from counsel, so he's back again, trying to bring some arguments up. I'm going to play the first hearing for those of you who haven't seen it, and then we'll go into the second hearing and just see how it goes there. Let's go.
Case number 25S00791. FY, People State of Michigan versus Timothy Dansby.
Second on behalf of people.
Illinois, P874446, Stephen in for the attorney of record, John Dominic, and appearing on behalf of Mr. Dansby, who stands to my right. Mr. Dansby, can you please state your full name for the record?
Yes, my name is Timothy Dansby, and I'm about to represent myself and take counsel as an assistant, you know. So, I don't know who this being there. I never signed for no representation of counsel, so.
Okay, you don't want a lawyer? You don't have to have one.
I'm gonna need somebody because apparently I can't get a hold of no paperwork. I haven't received my discovery back.
Well, that's what we got lawyers for, sir.
To the county machine to get to the lawyer very well. I was in the county, so it's apparently hard. So I'm gonna need some type of system.
Okay, well, that's what we got for you. Okay.
I'm gonna be representing myself.
Well, we don't have standby lawyers.
I wish all the courts said that.
So either you want a lawyer or you do not.
So first is I wanna go ahead on with the preliminary.
Okay, well, first of all, you're charged with retail fraud first degree. Now, first degree retail fraud is a felony charge. So the maximum penalty on this charge, let's see.
I believe it's 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years and a $10,000 fine or 3 times the value. You know what? Let me tell you something. You got a happy mouth.
I got a brain to go with you.
Well, you can have a, but you're disrespecting me.
I'm sorry.
Now I'm talking and you just cutting me off.
Eh?
So if nobody said you don't have a brain or anything, you just need to stop talking and listen to what I'm saying. All right. So this charge, you have a right to have a preliminary examination on this charge within 21 days of your arraignment date and within 7 days of today's probable cause date. So preliminary examination is the probable cause hearing where the prosecution puts on evidence to show probable cause to believe that this crime of retail fraud first degree was committed and that you were likely the one who committed it. And if in fact we have that hearing and they meet that burden, I'm going to send this over to circuit court for trial. If they don't meet their burden of proof, then of course this could be dismissed at this level. All right. So you understand all that. Now you don't have the discovery because I'm sure your lawyer probably doesn't have it either. Does Mr. Gonick have discovery?
Yesterday, we received paper discovery late yesterday. It will be sent to Mr. Dansby today, and have not received any audiovisual discovery from my understanding.
I like the guy, if you don't mind, about motion, you know what I'm saying, for the fact that I haven't been denied, you know what I'm saying, and it's happening about it. You know what I'm saying, and the prosecutor was conduct, we should my discovery training, even though
Sure. Okay, that's a lot of talking. Where's the prosecutor? Yeah, but where's the prosecutorial misconduct?
Well, I should have had my discovery, y'all.
Sir.
Yeah.
Do you understand how this process works? Well, no, you shouldn't have had your discovery because this is the first hearing.
So in the first hearing, I don't prepare anything if I don't have any paper.
First of all, there is no preparing of anything just yet. Just yet. Because
I'm supposed to just stand here and just like, oh, yes, come on, this is not slavery. This is not it. This is not the one, young man. I am not the one. I don't care nothing about the United States. First of all,
apparently not. You must not care too much about anything, sir. Okay.
I don't even have a license. What's your license number?
First of all, I don't know who you think you're talking to.
Now that's funny about the license number. And he's doing so much rambling and just putting the script in little pieces throughout the hearing.
But do you want to spend an extra 30 days in custody? No, you don't. You don't care. Obviously, that's why you're here charged with something.
What is your license for?
I don't have to answer you, and I don't answer to you.
Okay, is this a hearing or a domestic dispute?
And I'm not gonna start now. You need to settle down.
Must be licensed by the state.
You need to settle down. Okay, take him out of here, please. That's okay. He's having his moments.
He's having a sovereign citizen angry moment.
So we're gonna adjourn this, and I'm gonna waive the 21-day, 7-day rule for this discovery. Yeah, welcome to Friday. All right, so we'll give you what do you think? You could just need video?
Understanding, yes.
Okay. So we'll give like a couple weeks to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. He's gonna want to see it, so you're probably gonna need to have him take a
I will let
laptop over there to the jail and take his license to practice law to
yes.
Okay. All right. So the next probable cause conference on this charge is gonna be.
I just, to make a record as regards to that discovery, I do have paper discovery, which Sister Council has noted that has been tendered already. I do not have, does not appear that I have audiovisual discovery in my possession, but I will seek it should it exist.
Okay. If it does, it does. You know, if it doesn't, there's not much we can do. But we'll see if it does, and we'll come back on.
Court's available August 25th at 9:30.
Okay, the judge wasn't playing today. He talked himself right into the back. So we'll see what happens with him. He did all this rambling and kind of piecing the script together. I think he didn't have it memorized. He was trying to do what he could. So when all else fails, be angry in court. Now we're going into his second hearing where he does have appointed counsel, but we're going to see how he feels about that. Let's go.
People State of Michigan versus Timothy Dansby.
Sheriff, on behalf of the people. Morning, Your Honor. Doug Donica, here on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Okay, Mr. Gotti, good morning. Sir, come on. Can you get up? Can he move? Okay, sir, can you tell us your name? All right, so Mr. Dansby, today is the adjourn date for a probable cause conference on this charge of this was a retail fraud, first degree. And so last time, Mr. Gotti, you needed some video discovery and you wanted to review all that. So did you get a chance to do that? Okay. Well, he didn't apparently, but did you look at it?
I did not receive it.
Okay, what happened with the video discovery?
I wasn't here in this case.
Huh?
I don't see it even in my file, so, what I can tell the court is, actually, this is back today, so I'll get it today. So.
Oh, all right. Well, things might have slowed down since she was off. Okay, so you want an adjournment, Mr. Gotti, again? A brief one? I don't know. How long would you like?
Pardon me?
How long would you like it to be?
We have a trial next week starting in front of Judge Rowe, but it's only going to be a couple-day trial.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Okay, sir, put your hand down. Put your hand down. Okay. The following week.
Yes.
What do we have the following week? Not next week, but the following week.
For just another,
Another PCC.
for 8th at 9:10.
How about September 8th, 9:30? We'll get to you in just a second, sir.
The only problem I have is that my trial starts on the 4th. It should be done the 5th, but that's Judge Rowe's criminal call, so that'd be
So he won't be doing it during that.
trial.
Yeah.
That's right. That would be.
September 8th at 9:30 then. Now, what do you want to say, sir?
That's always a bad question for a potential soft sit.
Say, Your Honor, that, first of all, this is supposed to be an examination, but I'm not asking for German. I'm asking for more. I also want to state that this party is being forced on me, because I can ask for one. I haven't signed for no attorney to be represented, so I don't know why he adjourned something where he's not even, I don't even have him to represent. I don't even,
When you gonna get the information?
I don't get the information, well, I said, apparently,
Sir,
bring to me and review it.
okay, the prosecutor ain't gonna bring nothing to the jail to review.
About what the law said. I'm going by
Okay.
what he did.
I don't know what law you looking at.
Eh?
Okay, but the prosecutor's not gonna bring you.
I'm an inclusionary member of the bar by the Constitution of Right. have the right to defend and prosecute myself by the Constitution of the United States Constitution, which is the highest law of the land. Courtroom. I also know that these individuals, I don't even know if these individuals are even practicing law. I don't even know if they like to practice law.
What they're doing don't matter. They're not on your case, sir. Sir, I'm not trying any facts. Okay? Number one.
Represented by legal lawyers, not persons impersonating lawyers.
Okay, stop. You finished now?
No, I'm not. You're supposed to stop. I'm not finished.
Okay, well, you're finished as far as I'm concerned. So this is what I got to say to you. First of all, we don't allow anyone to practice law that's unlicensed.
But that's not true.
Okay, let me just, I don't do it in this courtroom. Okay, sir, would you stop talking of Wolf? I have to have you taken out of here.
I'm sure he remembers that from the last hearing.
You don't listen. You don't listen.
I have a constitutional right to represent
Charles.
myself.
Now, what I'm trying to tell you is this. The prosecutor can't bring you a video. And the video could be the crux of the case. We don't know what it shows. Your lawyer would be derelict and the person here, this is the lawyer that's here, that's been assigned. Okay, so he would be derelict in duty if he didn't get it, to look at it and to try to ask. Well, he doesn't have it yet, sir. And then he can ask. And
I'm asking for this due process.
okay, first of all, there's no basis. There's no
In a
basis.
timely manner.
The motion's denied. There's no basis to dismiss the case. Okay, not right now. There is not. And so he can ask to bring his computer into the facility to show you the video if he gets it, which apparently the prosecutor didn't have it. This is the normal prosecutor.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm like, let's try what for the court.
Okay, well, I'm just explaining to you.
Fine.
I don't know who lied or who didn't.
They got money, never got one because they never intended to go this far. They didn't think that I was going to go this far. They think that I would come back to.
Okay. Well, guess what?
It's something I did not do.
Nobody asked you to take a plea. First of all,
I'll tell you what he asked.
he might have asked you if you wanted to. I don't know what he said. That's between you and him. But the bottom line is he doesn't even have all the information to make a determination.
But they asked me what he did.
Okay, I don't know. I said I don't know what he asked you. That's between you and your lawyer. I don't get involved with that. So what I'm trying to tell you is nobody's trying to get you to plead, at least not here, because I'm not taking a plea on this particular case, even though I probably could take a felony plea. I'm not doing that. We're just here to see what's going to happen as far as the discovery and if we need to hold a preliminary exam or not.
It's not going to be the case. Not going to be. Because this is supposed to be my examination.
This was not your exam. This was a probable cause conference date. All right. We haven't set the exam yet because we haven't gotten all the information to set it. So we're going to go ahead and get the information and we'll make a determination if we're going to set it just in the next week when we come back. So that's what we're going to do. And you need to calm down. Okay. Violence continue.
I'm trying to be right. I already know I get a little animal.
Yes.
That's when I know that I have been.
But then the truth will come
I
out.
don't care about none of that because these people are trying to prosecute.
The truth will come out, sir.
And I'm not going for it.
Okay.
Go ahead on with that.
All right.
Thank you.
We thank you. All right. Fine. Continue.
Adios.
We'll see you back here on the 8th, 9:30. That's another PCC.
Okay, that hearing went pretty wild because he wanted to argue back and forth. He did mention things about the Constitution. One of the dismissal was saying that the court couldn't do certain things and was complaining about the attorney and the prosecution. I think maybe somebody told him about the script, and I don't think he knows how to produce the script. But I think if he gets an attorney that might help him out, he'll probably just drop the whole script. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Now we're going to go over to Thurston's court where we have two people that can't get along. They're representing themselves, but you'll see all the drama as we go through the hearing. So get your snacks and prepare yourselves and make sure you have something to drink. Let's go.
Jamie Connolly versus Jordan Gorin. And you're Jamie Connolly? Okay, so make sure I know who's who here.
Doesn't matter.
Why don't you grab that one right there? And I've got two cases involving you both. There's 25-277. And that's the case, Ms. Connolly, where you filed for a protection order against Ms. Gorin.
Okay.
And then I have case 25-282, and that's the case with Ms. Gorin as the petitioner filing against Ms. Connolly. My intention would be to hear them both at the same time and make a decision in each case rather than doing it as two separate hearings.
Yes.
Usually I do it that way. It usually makes sense. So, okay. So let's see. Let me make sure though, Ms. Gorin, that you're ready. I'm sorry, Ms. Connolly, you're ready?
Yep.
And Ms. Gorin, you're ready as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So the way I'll do this is I'll hear from both of you. I'll start with Ms. Connolly, and then you can explain to me not only the reason that you think that there should be an order issued against Ms. Gorin, but since she's also filed against you, you can explain to me why you think that it shouldn't be issued against you. Same thing with you, Ms. Gorin. You can address both of those issues at the same time.
Okay.
All right. And I can sort of keep that separated in my head, and I will decide them separately, but I will hear them together at the same time. All right. Okay. So can I have you both raise your right hands, please? And do both of you swear the testimony that you give in these matters will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. Connolly, I'm going to let you go first as to both.
All right. So Jordan has a long history of domestic violence, harassment. She is still in an active case for beating up her ex's new girlfriend or her friend or whoever it was.
Oh, she set the stage right out the gate.
She has called my place of work, which I have no idea how she found out where I work because I've never had any interaction about my personal life with her. She called my work and said that she had a restraining order against me and that I show up at her house and bang on her doors and throw rocks at her windows and stuff, which none of that is true. I've never thrown rocks at her window or at her or anybody. She didn't have a restraining order. And then she asked my manager if she could call corporate and tell them the same thing. And again, none of that is true. And then
Where do you work?
The Ram in Lacey.
Over by Galaxy Drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I showed up to work. My manager was like, hey, this girl called and said this and this.
All right, I got you.
And then she also threatened to come to my house, which again, I have no idea how she found out where I lived. I do have the videos and pictures didn't send through the email, but the clerk said that I can just tell you or show you if you need.
Well, you can't show me unless you want me to keep your phone.
Okay.
Okay.
But I have a video of her saying that she Ubered to my house in the middle of the night because she knew where I lived. And again, I've never told her where I live at all.
I have a feeling there's a mail in here somewhere.
And then in July, so Joseph, which is her ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend, he told me that in July, Jordan asked if she would be able to beat me up if she tried, insinuating that she was going to try. And then Joseph told her she wouldn't be able to beat me up. And then the only reason why I'm still in contact with Joseph right now is because I'm the one who bailed him out. And I know that she's upset that I bailed him out. And then I know that her evidence for the thing against me is a screenshot of no caller IDs. And I went to my AT&T account and I've never reached out to her one time. The only time we've talked is either through Joseph or she's texted my phone numerous times, and I have a call log of her calling my number several times, but there's no outgoing calls to her phone because I've never reached out to her at all. She's also texted me from her phone number and from another phone number. And the screenshots that I have show me saying stop texting me, stop texting me, stop texting me. And then the last one, it said that I was gonna block the number and then call the police for harassment. And then on the 12th, Jordan threatened to come to my house and break my stuff and ruin my car if I reached out to Joseph's mom, Lillian, which is his sister, or Joseph's dad. And then the police reports that she reported, there's like false accusations in there saying that I showed up to her house multiple times, like in the middle of the night. But I have like screenshots that show that I was at my house with my sister, and she can be a witness too. I was never like, I did not go to her house and throw anything at her or harass her or try to intimidate her or anything. And I have like, I can get my Apple Maps thingy too that shows where my phone was and that I was
So
at my house.
let me ask you a question then, because that's sort of the main point that she made in her petition against you, that you came to her residence in the early hours back on August 10th. So is that the incident you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I don't know, but I know that she's made multiple reports that I showed up at her house, but I don't like, the only reason why I even know who she is because Joseph, because I bailed them out. Like before all this happened, like I didn't contact her. I didn't do any, I didn't even know like who she was. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. I'll hear from Jordan, but I may need to ask you some questions after that, or okay. I may give you an opportunity to respond to some of what she says, like I said, because there's petitions going both ways here.
Oh, can I also say another thing? Mm-hmm. So I can't remember the date, but I when I first did this, she tried to put the petition on me the very next day, which I think is out of retaliation because I know that her aunt, it works in the court system and she gets all of her information from her aunt. So it was the very next day that she found out that it went through, that she went to the courthouse to get the restraining or the protection order on me. So I feel like that was based off of like just retaliation.
Okay. All right, Ms. Gorin, you want to tell me your side of it?
Yes, Your Honor. I did reach out to her job to let him know when I did petition for the no contact order after she showed up to my house. I did reach out and let them know that that wasn't okay and that I would reach out to corporate if further things were going to continue to happen. On August 10th, me and my daughter were woken up in the middle of the night to Lillian Vaughn and Jamie Connolly banging on my front door. And by the time I could even get out of bed to come down the stairs, they had went around, and I have all this on camera of Jamie Connolly at my house on recorded, around my backyard trying to break into my sliding glass door. I have a police report. They called, which I believe is in retaliation, over Joseph Vaughn. Joseph Vaughn has 3 assault felonies against me. Jamie Connolly did bail him out. That has nothing to do with me whatsoever. Me and Joseph have absolutely no contact. They called and made false accusations that Joseph Vaughn was there that night, claiming under the influence that he was here. When the police had arrived because I was going to call, Lillian was screaming she had already called. So when I went and opened the door, I had offered the officer, please come in and search the house. You know, if you got this call, I have nothing to hide. Joseph Vaughn is not here. We are not in contact. You know, the officer had free reign to come in and did clear that Joseph Vaughn was not here. They've been harassing me. Those no caller IDs were them because I've answered the phone numerous times. It was Jamie Connolly and it was also Lillian Vaughn doing those no caller IDs. And at this point, I'm just sick of being harassed. She has came to my line of work. She has tried to reach out to my boss, which my boss can write a statement as well. I'm just sick of it at this point. My 5-year-old daughter is terrified still to go to bed when she hears noises because these drunk girls were throwing rocks, trying to bust, literally punching at my sliding glass door in the backyard. Like, intoxicated or not, we're grown adults. I have a child. They have threatened me, like threatened to shoot me. I've never been to Jamie Connolly's house. I had to get her address from the police officer. She still hasn't been served the protection order. And at this point, it's just more of an exhaustion than anything. I don't know how any of my previous relations relate to this. I don't know why they're doing this other than this has to do with Joseph. They have said numerous times that, oh, they're going to get me back for what I did, for putting Joseph in jail for assaulting me.
Oh, now it all comes out.
And, you know, at the end of the day, they can feel how they want to feel, but they're not going to come to my house and they're not going to do this, or I'm going to take further matters into my own hands as far as having to press charges for, I don't know, breaking into my backyard in the middle of the night, throwing things at my house, threatening me, numerous calls. I've never reached out to Jamie on a fake phone number. I've never reached out on my own number. And if it was way before any of this had ever arisen, and it was not in a hostile environment or situation. And she's the ex of my ex-boyfriend.
What?
So I do believe that there is lasting, emotions for this man. Like, she bailed him out $2,500. Like, she realized that he, I don't know, but his sister had said, like, she tried to get back together with him. He said no. She wanted her money back. I don't know if she thinks that something's going on, but we have a no contact order, and I've been following every single rule of that. And after the charges he's facing, there's nothing left there for me. Like, I have a 5-year-old daughter. I want better for me, and I don't want to be dealing with this. This is ridiculous. I don't deserve this.
Okay, I have a question for you. Who do you think is telling the truth? The lady in the court or the lady on Zoom? Put it in the comments.
I'm fearful to be here. And the reason I put a no contact order on her, my aunt cannot disclose any information. She never has disclosed any information. I don't even know if she can even get that kind of information, but that was also false. They have been making false accusations numerous times now. And on top of that, I had to leave my house that night because I was scared, because they were saying they were going to shoot me, literally shoot me at my house. They were going to beat me up. They were threatening to beat me up. They were trying to open my sliding glass door while my 5-year-old daughter was screaming, crying in the background. I literally came back, got my things, and left over almost an hour away and stayed with my friend because I refused to stay here. This isn't the first time I've made police reports, and it's just not coming to an end. And if this all revolves over a guy, she can have him. Like, hands are washed on that situation. I just can't fathom, as a grown adult, doing that in front of a 5-year-old child, intoxicated or not. I've heard in the past that she does drink a lot and she has a lot of issues, and I've been there, done that in my younger days. I'm not perfect. I have a past, and I'm not clueless to that. But that's not where my life is now, and that's not where I want it to be.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Connolly, I'll let you respond to that, and then I'll let Ms. Gorin respond, and then I'll make a decision. Okay.
Okay. I've never showed up to her workplace. She works at a bikini barista, so there's no reason for me to go to her workplace to do anything. Like, I've never gone there. I don't want to go there. Like, that's, I don't know. And everything, like, she said that that night she went to her friends, which that's a lie, because on her police report, she said that she took her daughter to her mom's house.
How does she know that?
So even right then, she was just lying. She's just, she's like a serial liar. Like, she's like, I don't even know what to say. None of that is true. I've never threatened her with a gun. Like, I've never harassed her. I've never showed up. She doesn't, like, even have her kid most of the time. Like, her mom takes her kid. If Lillian was here, she could be a witness. I was not there that night. It was Lillian and my other sister. I don't, like, I have proof that I wasn't there that night. I don't really know what to say. None of it is true.
All right, I understand what you're telling me. All right. So, and Ms. Gorin, as I said, I'll give you a final opportunity to respond to any of the things that Ms. Connolly just said.
She 100% did show up to my house. It's on camera, and she 100% has showed up to my job. She has continuously harassed me. She will not leave it alone, and I just am done. Like, I just don't want this to continue anymore. I don't want her to be coming to my residence. And yes, that night I left and went to my mother's because that's what the cop recommended. The reason that my protection order wasn't, by the way, and I did reach out to her and say I was getting a protection order. So that's probably why I told her, I said, I left town. This is ridiculous. I'm getting a protection order against you. She then went and got one while I was out of town. So if anyone is retaliating anything, this is absolutely ridiculous. The only reason I'm here is to be able to protect me, myself, and my daughter. And at the end of the day, All of this is absolutely uncalled for. If this girl does not stop, I will be pressing charges for breaking and entering into my backyard. I will take this further. I do not want anything to do with this person. She needs to leave me alone because if she comes on my property again, I'm not dealing with it. I'm not.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, I also want you both to know that I did read and review the petitions that you submitted and the statements that went along with that. And honestly, it's very difficult to find any of this credible. I mean, in the sense that your accusations against each other don't, neither one of you is presenting with more credible accusations or descriptions of events than the other. It's difficult to sort through what may be true, what may be embellished, what may be untrue. What I can tell, obviously, is that there's a lot of, I guess, bad feelings. There's clearly not a warm relationship between the two of you. That's obvious. But I can't stress enough that, you know, this is a legal proceeding. There's law that governs this. This isn't like school or something where, you know, you can go to the principal's office and a principal can make a decision based on, you know, what he thinks should happen based on how difficult you are to manage. It isn't like that. Each of you as a petitioner in a legal case has brought a lawsuit against the other. And the law has specific requirements that have to be met in order for the court to give you what you're asking for, which is an order against the other person. And those are not consequence free. Those orders don't just say, well, leave each other alone. They say that, and they say some other things, but there are consequences. Those orders, when they're put in place, if the restraint provisions of those orders are violated, those are criminal offenses that people can be arrested for, go to jail for. It's serious business. It's not just about people who aren't getting along. It's not just about some guy, as you said, Ms. Gorin. You know, it isn't as insubstantial as that. All right. So it has to be taken seriously. I cannot make findings that basically would say, I think it's better if you stay apart from each other. I do think it's better if you stay apart from each other, but that isn't a legal basis to issue an order against either one of you. And so for both cases, as I said, I do not find a credible version of events here. And I do not find that any of the elements of unlawful harassment have been met in either case. And therefore, both of you are being denied protection orders at this point. Now, I'm basing that on the record, which is the material that you've filed here and the testimony that you've given here. If there's other stuff, if there's other, you know, I've heard references to other people who have information. I've heard references to videos and recordings, but none of those things are part of the record in this case. All right, so I'm not considering those things as part of my decision. I just want it to be clear to you that coming here to court for something like this is not a matter of just whether it's a good idea that people who are hostile to each other should stay away from each other. It's a legal proceeding, and there are legal requirements that have to be met, and they have not been here. So I'm going to give you both copies of my decision, the final decision in this case, which is ultimately it's a denial of the request for the order in both cases.
So, Your Honor, if she comes back on my property, do I just call the police again, or what do you recommend I do?
I'm gonna say this to both of you. First of all, you have to decide for yourselves what you're gonna do. I can't guide you through that. Second, if you believe that your safety is at risk, don't hesitate to call 911. That's what it's there for, and the police would rather come and not be needed than be needed and not be called. Okay, and then if further things happen that you believe constitute harassment and would entitle you to an order, you're free to file another petition.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For the evidence for her calling my workplace, would I be able to just get like a written note from my manager, or will my manager have to come here?
I can't answer that question.
Now, that's the way it's supposed to be done. If they don't know, you have to find out for yourselves when you're pro se.
All right, so Ms. Gorin, the court clerk is going to send you your copies of the court's orders by email. And then Ms. Connolly, since you're here, you'll get your copies right now.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Well, the question for you, do you think the judge made a good decision or he didn't make a good decision? But I know between those two, it had a lot of drama going on, and now it's a free-for-all. Either one of them can contact each other, so I hope they don't and they just stay away from each other. Or if they have the evidence that they claim they have and they want to resubmit if they feel like they're not safe, then resubmit and see what happens on the next hearing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed all the videos. It was a good drama day, and I'll see you around on the next one.